Okay, I'm going to show you today how to graph the data that we need to graph in the Excel spreadsheet. So the first instructions are to take the all data and to highlight the whole data sheet, and you can leave the unknowns down at the bottom. And the first thing I'm going to do is go up to sort, and now I'm going to choose whatever column I want to sort by. And one thing I'm going to say is that cancel. Okay, let's cancel this because we didn't, for some reason, it's not giving me the top one. Let's try it again. So I want to make sure I have all of the rows that I need. Sort. Okay, so it is assuming that I've got a, there we go, trunk. Okay, so if we wanted to, so what it's doing is it's assuming that I have a header row, so we'll go ahead and, now it has a header row. Okay, now I'm going to sort, there we go, and I'm going to sort by Ecomorph, so I'll start with Ecomorph, and then I click OK, and I'm going to try that one more time. There we go. So it sorts by Ecomorph. Then what I want to do is go to Insert Graph over here, and I'm going to use a scatter plot. And for me, I right-click to get select data. Your program may be different, but you should be able to find the data. And then I'm going to add a series. And my first series is going to be grass bush, so I just highlight one cell to tell me that's the name of the series. And then the X value is going to be the ratio of hind limb length to body. And so I'm just going to highlight those values for the grass bush all the way up to the grass bush. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the Y values all the way up to the grass bush. And it may be helpful to make sure that you're getting the right rows. And so now I've got one, and let's just see what it looks like when I graph it. Okay, so right now I have the grass bush map graphed, and here are the values for the grass bush anoles. But I want to add more data, so I'm going to go back in here, and now I'm going to add a series. My series 2 is going to be the trunk crown. So I'm going to go here, highlight trunk crown, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab the trunk crown. Let's see, and then I'm going to go down here and get all the way up through the trunk crown and make sure they match. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another series. And now I'm going to have the trunk ground, right? So now I'm going to enter this series, trunk ground. So remembering that I want this one here through all the way down to here. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to do the same thing for the y-axis. So trunk ground all the way down to there. And I just want to make sure that they match. Excellent. I'm going to add one more series, the twig. So twig, I'm going to add 4 twigs, and then I'm going to add 4 twigs over here for the y-axis. Okay, and now I should get a graph of all of the ecomorphs. And something's not right because I should have more than one point here for the twig. So let's go back in and look at what's going on with the data. So select data, and it's not apparent to me. Oh no, I have to go down here to the twig. So there we go. It's for some reason didn't accurately record the values for the X for the twig. So let's go here. And now we're all good. Okay, so now I can go okay. So now I've got my twigs and my trunk crown and my trunk ground and my grass bush. Then I want to go ahead and map my mystery species, right? Or at least I want to figure out what the ecomorph most likely is for this species. So A. segrii. So I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to add one more series, and this is going to be segrii, and it's only going to have one X value and one Y value, but and now I can see where that particular one graphed, and let's see it. I don't see it, so let's go back here. It should be a different color. Select data, segrii, I, B, J, K, segrii, I, J, okay. So let's go ahead and see what happened. Do not see it here anywhere. Should be a different color. Oh, there it is, right there. It's very light. So what I probably want to do is I'm going to change the marker. I'm going to make it maybe larger so that I can see it more. And I'm going to change its color because that's way too light and I can't really see where it is. But let's not use that. We already have, so we have blue. Let's make it, we'll make it really bright orange. Okay, and then I can also do the line and make the, there we go, so that's fine. So now I can see where segrii is, and I can guess that it is either a grass bush or a trunk ground, and I would probably guess that it belongs up here, but you're not sure. But that's a pretty good guess based on the measurements I made. Okay, and then you do the same thing for the island sort over here. So I want to do the same thing where now instead I sort by island, and then each group is graphed by island. Each series is an island. And then I can see where segrii sits as well. So I do that for both of the unknowns. So I think that covers everything. Make sure that you add your X and Y axes when you print out your graphs. You want to print out both the ecomorph sort and the all data sort and include those when you turn in your assignment.